Chris, Charm for KaijuPop.com, and this is Monument Valley on iOS. Something that you may have heard of pre-release, thanks to its really visually striking nature. But happily, there's some substance to its style. It's a sort of puzzle adventure game with 10 chapters, and I just like scrolling through the menu screen here to let you know that I'm smart and I've already finished it. But I don't want to ruin things, so I'll just choose an earlier chapter here. And this, gameplay-wise, might be familiar to you if you've ever played Echochrome on PSP, PS3. It's sort of very inspired by MC Escher, and it's all about moving through these improbable, sort of non-Euclidean, I guess you could call them, spaces, and where perspective is key. Everything that you perceive is what's real in the environment, and hopefully we'll see a few examples of that. So I'm this pale princess character over here, and basically I want to get to that pattern at the top of the screen by triggering switches, moving through a series of doors and things like that. I have direct control over my character, so it's not like Echochrome where they just move back and forth, and it's all about kind of interacting directly with the environments, turning cranks on wheels and things like that to turn things around rather than anything abstracted and mapped to sticks and things. So it instantly feels really cool because it's, you know, you're directly touching things. It feels like you're directly interacting with the world around you. There's a story here about the princess returning monuments to this sort of unreal space, this Monument Valley, where the rules of geometry don't really apply. But really, I mean, so the story such as it isn't relevant in itself, but it exists to move you from one place to the next, and it also means that each of these spaces has its own mini narrative in itself, and they start out really simply like this and get ever complex. And there's one fantastic scene later on which is sort of very much like an ornate puzzle box. It's almost like playing The Room meets, an Escher painting. It's really terrific, but I won't say anything past that. So yeah, this is where some of the perception stuff comes in. You can see that is from this isometric viewpoint above me. I can't possibly hop up there, but if I turn it around, it appears as if everything's on the same level, so I can move up. So it toys with the sense of perspective that you have on the world there, and yay, I've done it. It's not all that challenging, I think, puzzle-wise. It kind of does want you to get through it, but there are sections of the game where you do feel pretty smart for getting done. We're playing Monument Valley, by the way. There are sections in the game where you do feel pretty smart for getting through, and that's always appreciated when games make you feel intelligent, because, Lord knows I'm not really, usually. So yeah, it's... the puzzle interactions are usually about cranking handles or sliding blocks. So, certainly in terms of what you're actually doing, nothing you haven't seen before. I think especially early on, it kind of starts a little bit slow, does Monument Valley. And it's, you see sort of shots like this and like how gorgeous this game looks, and you think, wow, my goodness, this looks tremendous. But I almost had concerns sort of early on that this was a game kind of in love with itself, and it was another sort of very soft puzzle game, so to speak, or more kind of adventuring, and not really demanding much gameplay wise. But that's not the case at all. It really does advance along with this creepy story that we'll see a little bit of exposition of here. And it really does kind of build on each of its ideas very carefully, very slowly and steadily, over the course of 10 chapters. It's not too long. It takes it'll take you maybe about 2 or 3 hours to get through, depending on how dumb you are. It's, you know what I mean though. I kind of think at first it's, here's the sort of troped existentialism and why you hear stuff, but there's nothing wrong about that, and it does tell this kind of, it almost feels like a sort of modern fairy tale-ish thing. I think that is kind of a cute idea of this sort of Alice through the looking glass style setup to everything. As I said, I mean, it takes that and builds from a gameplay perspective as well, until it really does, it's not just a matter of looking gorgeous, but it actually is a game that I think will stick in your mind for a fair old while if you actually play it. So again, there you go, you see this the trickiness of there being a clear gap between the fore and middle ground here, but if I stand on this pillar and move it up, it appears, thanks to the miracles of parallax, that we're on the same level, so I can move up there. And certainly if you've ever seen an MC Escher painting and you've just sort of imagined yourself walking around in it, then you'll know what to expect here. So I need to stand on there and do that. No, whoops, wrong order. Got ahead of myself there. Or do we? I did it before. All the way up. There you go. And there you go. And there we've done it. And it's kind of hard to explain in video form, or hard to prove in video form why Monument Valley is really something pretty special and that you should check out without kind of ruining the last couple of sections of the game. But I think, hopefully you'll be able to see here just how gorgeous it looks, how it really kind of pops with the sense of character to everything. I think the character, even the places that you're in and the way that they animate as you touch and pull and prod, it feels like it's got a very acute and very attuned sense of character, where if you played something like Echochrome, which was a similar idea mechanically, that was kind of deliberately bereft of any character. So I think it manages to stand out on its own, and it's something that you really should check out, I think, when it comes to iOS on April the 3rd, which is probably now by the time you're watching this, to be fair. So yeah, do give it a shot. We're going to have a full written review on kaijupulp.com very soon, if not right now, but spoiler alert, I like it very much. Chris John for kaijupulp.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.